All right, hello everybody, and welcome to my Out of the Park 19 Let's Play. I just recently got Out of the Park 19. It's my first Out of the Park game, and man, I have really sunk my teeth into it. I'm loving it so far, and yeah, I just wanted to put together a Let's Play. Like I said, this is my first Out of the Park, so I'm probably not the best player. But I feel like I have a pretty good hang of all of the mechanics and how to build a team. So really, I'm just looking forward to building a team from scratch. Let's create our manager here, Mr. Manager, and we are going to be taking over the Kansas City Royals. And yeah, we'll leave that as GM and manager for now. I'm going to play with challenge mode on, so if I accidentally lose my best prospect in the Rule 5 draft, we're just going to have to deal with that forever. So anyway, yeah, we're going to pick the Kansas City Royals, one of the most popular rebuilds in Out of the Park 19, just because they are in such a rough shape. So here we are, 2018. The Royals, of course, went to the World Series in 2014 and 2015, winning in 2015, and then 2016 and 2017 were sort of disappointing. Obviously, 2016, they lost guys like Johnny Cueto and Ben Zobrist to free agency, and then 2017 was sort of the team's last hurrah, as they lost Eric Hosmer and Lorenzo Cain in free agency, which really doesn't leave us with a whole lot. So let's go to the player list. We'll sort of meet the team here. And let's just look at batters for now. Position all batters. So where is Salvador Perez? Now, that is interesting. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's hurt. I was very confused, but now I'm not so confused. Okay, so we still have Salvador Perez. That's good. So he's our starting catcher, the face of the franchise at this point, especially with Eric Hosmer gone. 3-star player, 60 defensive rating, 60 catcher arm, so a solid player all around. World Series MVP, 4-time Gold Glove Award winner. So we don't have a whole lot here, but Salvador Perez still good. Above average contact, decent power, good home run power. His eye discipline is pretty poor, but he does avoid Ks. So what this means is he's gonna swing at a lot of bad pitches, which is pretty true in real life. He's a good bad ball hitter. Lucas Duda is our first baseman. He has been hurt in real life. He just recently came back as I'm recording this, but a good home run threat, but that's really about it. His contact is low and his avoid Ks are low, so he's going to be a good candidate for cleanup hitter. Ryan Goins is our second baseman. Really nothing special here. He is versatile, so he's a plus defender at second base, above average at shortstop. Some good bars here, but as a hitter, really doesn't offer much. Below average contact, gap power, discipline, and just average at avoiding Ks. And you can sort of see his wins above replacement throughout his entire career. He sort of bounced up and down between the MLB and AAA, and right around 1 WAR or less for his career. So he's nothing special. We do have Whit Merrifield. He's definitely a better player than Goins is. 2.5-star rating. He can play second and left field and right field, which the Royals in real life have used him just about everywhere. But he has some versatility in the game. Good contact, good gap power, actually okay home run power, and can avoid strikeouts as well. Probably going to make him my leadoff guy. Chesler Cuthbert, yeah, just sort of another guy, just sort of an average player. He's listed as the third baseman. But Mike Moustakas is obviously the star third baseman. So along with Salvador Perez, he's sort of the cornerstone of what we have left here. Above average contact, pretty good home run power. He can avoid Ks, so Moose should have a good season. Alcides Escobar, who has been so consistent for the Royals. He starts just about every game. And he is an average contact hitter and nothing else. Decent defender at shortstop, but really nothing special there at all. Adalberto Mondesi, he's the future at shortstop, and his potential is 3.5 stars. So the Royals don't have a great farm system, and we'll get to that in a minute. But Mondesi, at least we can build around him for the future to start off with. His contact, he's not quite ready for the majors, only at 35 contact, but he's eventually going to have good gap power, decent home run power, and just sort of decent at drawing walks. And 55 rated defensive shortstop, so that's not fantastic, but he'll be someone we can build around. Abraham Almonte, nothing special there at all. Decent gap power, but below average contact, below average avoid Ks. Not a great defender. Center fielder or left fielder Alex Gordon, of course, a centerpiece in those World Series runs. Perennial Gold Glover, 3-time All-Star. He's 34 and $20 million. So this is a pretty bad contract because he's still an elite defender. So even though he's not good at the plate, he'll have some value on defense. But man, just pretty below average all around at the plate. And this $20 million contract is just brutal because if we go to our front office here, we have a player payroll of $114 million, which is actually higher than I was thinking of, but we're over budget already to start off with, so we're going to have to try to trade some guys. Total money available, negative $8 million, so we're going to have to clear $8 million just to be able to sign free agents, which will be very important when we get to international amateur free agency. So this contract really hurts us, but he's still a good defender. John Jay, sort of a 1-year rental type deal, okay contact. Maybe we can flip him like the Royals were able to do in real life. He was hitting 300, so he was having a good year. And then the Royals flipped him for a couple of young pitching prospects, but hopefully we can do the same here. Paulo Orlando, just another guy. Bubba Starling, once a young, promising prospect, is now just another guy. And Jorge Soler, who is a little more exciting in real life than he is in this game, but his contact is a little low, but he's got decent power. Strikes out a lot, though, and not a good defender. So maybe we can flip him, but doesn't look good. Now let's just go through our pitchers, and we can just... Why don't I use the default view? Here we go. So our starters: Barlow, nothing special. Danny Duffy is our best pitcher, but another high contract, and he's a 3-star pitcher. So we're going to hope he gets hot and be able to trade him where somebody's going to want to take on this money. But I don't know about that. Jason Hamill is just sort of okay. Jake Junis, who has performed well in real life, and you can see he's got a little bit of potential here, but very low movement as an extreme fly ball hitter, so he's going to give up a lot of home runs, so that's going to be an issue. Another guy who, obviously in real life, the Royals wouldn't want to trade him, but this combination of low movement, extreme fly ball hitter, not the best in out of the park baseball, so maybe we can move him. Brad Keller, who has been fantastic in real life up to this point. Unfortunately, the game not as high on him, and his stuff is 35. It's just not going to strike out many people. Decent movement. It's good, he can be a good control pitcher, but nothing special there. Ian Kennedy, $16 million for a guy who has 35 movement as a fly ball pitcher. That's one of the worst contracts in baseball, in my opinion. It's just rough. And you got, Skoglund, Birch Smith, Blaine Boyer, and just a bunch of guys. And then we have Kelvin Herrera, who the Royals traded away to the Washington Nationals in real life, but he's okay as a closer. We're going to try to do the same thing to move him at the trade deadline. So there's sort of our pro roster. Not a lot to get excited about. Really nobody that we can really say, yes, this is our future. Mondesi is exciting, but of course with that 35 contact, he's just not quite ready. Let's take a look at our goals from David Glass. He wants to play he wants us to play close to 500 ball this season. He wants us to upgrade at shortstop. He wants us to sign Mike Moustakas to an extension, and he wants us to keep building up our team in order to reach the playoffs in the next 5 seasons. Now, play close to 500 ball, that's not happening, especially because I'm going to be trading a lot of guys. We got to turn over this roster. Upgrade at shortstop this season? Maybe, unless if we can get someone in the Rule 5 draft, that's really our only chance there. Sign Moustakas to an extension? That's not happening, David Glass. I'm sorry, but no, we're not doing that. Let's see. Team home screen. Oh, where am I going? Players. Rosters and transactions. Minor leagues. This is what I wanted. No, it's not. Where am I going? Where am I going? I want to find our farm system. Now, this game has a really good user interface, but like I said, I'm still pretty new to this, so I don't quite remember where everything is, and I have to poke around to find it. Player development report? Nope, that's not it. I feel like I was onto something. Reports and info. Top prospects. Here we are. So, we don't have any top 100 prospects in Major League Baseball, so our farm system is pretty barren. The Royals traded, some of their promising prospects to get Ben Zobrist and Johnny Cueto, which of course helped them win their World Series in 2015. So those moves were 100% worth it. But this is the consequence to that. So our scouting system is kind of barren. Khalil Lee, he could develop into an okay hitting right fielder. Nothing special on defense. He's our second-rated prospect. I'm assuming number 1 is Mondesi. Nick Prado, he has some potential here, showing 4.5 stars, and he can also pitch, which is interesting. But we're going to keep him as a first baseman. I don't really like these bars enough to try to make him into a two-way player. We're not going to worry about that. Emmanuel Rivera, 3-star prospect at third base. Maybe he could turn into something. Nicky Lopez, I'm pretty excited for him, both in real life and in this game. He's a good contact hitter, really plus defender, good speed, good base runner. I think he can be a good leadoff man in the future to build around. And Gigliotti is the other guy that I like quite a bit. 3-star potential, 55 contact, 50 gap power, really good outfield range. So he should be, maybe he'll become a good center fielder. We'll just have to wait and see. And as far as pitchers go, we have Trevor Oakes, who could become something. He's a good control pitcher already. We may just use him right away. I have a feeling he's going to play in the majors this year. Tyler Fisher, he could be okay. And Richard Lovelady, I want to, where he's at. Richard Lovelady is a 3-pitch pitcher, but he does have low stamina. If this was just a little higher, I'd be tempted to make him a starter, but good fastball, really nasty changeup, decent stuff, decent movement, good control. He's going to be a good reliever when all said and done. And I do want to take a look at Sully Matias, because in real life, he's smashing out home runs. He is leading all the minor leagues in home runs, and good home run potential there. He's still young, 19, so he's someone we're going to keep an eye on as well. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to make a short list of all of our prospects that we want to keep an eye on, so that we can sort of keep up with them throughout the season and all that stuff. So so that's an intro to the team. I'm going to put a cut in here, and we'll resume back up towards spring training. All right, we're back here on opening day. No real roster moves yet, but like I said, we're gonna have to make moves fairly soon to free up money for international free agency. So the top prospects list is out. So we're just going to take a look at the best minor league systems, and we are here dead last, the only team that does not have a top 100 prospect. So that sort of is disheartening a little bit. You see the White Sox way up here in 7th. They got Kopech, Jimenez, Rutherford, Rivera, Hansen. They got a lot of talented guys in their system, so they're going to be tanking this year, but they're going to be good in the future. So they're in our division, of course. The Indians should be good. The Twins, they got some guys. It's sort of middle of the pack. But yeah, so just we're going to keep an eye on what our division mates are doing throughout the season. So here's my lineup. Let's see. So we're facing James Shields, a right-handed pitcher. So we're going to check our lineups for righties here on opening day. So Whit Merrifield leading off, John Jay, Moustakas, Duda, Soler, Golden, Chesler, Cuthbert at DH. Well, yeah. When you look at our options here, it's not good. Alcides Escobar at shortstop and Drew Butera at catcher. Salvador Perez is still injured. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, it looks like. So, the chips are stacked against us to begin with, and now we're missing one of our best players. Pitching, we're going to start with Danny Duffy. So here we go. We're going to play out opening day. I'm probably going to play an episode or play a game every episode just so we can stay familiar with the team. And then probably going to do episodes monthly. We'll check on any news, go through the players, who's hot, who's not, look at all our prospects. That sort of fun stuff. So You can see we have some advantages, actually. Merrifield is a good leadoff guy, and we have the advantage in pitching, but I have a feeling that's not going to really help us much. So we're going to handle everything except defensive strategy. I don't want to manage all the shifts and all that stuff. So I do have the audio on. Options, game sound. We're gonna turn everything down because that was a little loud. Sorry about that. So, all right, Danny Duffy. Here we go. We're gonna pitch at him. We're doing one at bat at a time. So Danny Duffy, starting off with a strikeout. Going against Garcia here. We went right at him and. That's in there for a base hit. We're going to pitch around Jose Abreu. And that's ball 4. Wellington Castillo. We're going to go after him. And that is a fly ball. That should be out number 2 to Alex Gordon. And Nicky Delmonico. We're pitching to him. And that's a strikeout. So Danny Duffy, 2 early strikeouts. Here's Whit Merrifield. He will ground out. John Jay. We're swinging. And he kind of bloops one by the shortstop there. So our first hit of the season goes to John Jay. Moustakas will fly out behind the catcher. That happens a lot in this game. It's kind of frustrating. Lucas Duda. Come on, let's hit some bombs. And that won't get out of the infield, and that'll be the inning. So Duffy giving up some contact early. Does have 2 strikeouts. Got a man on first right now. It's another pop-up behind the catcher. Drew Butera able to get to that easily. We're going to pitch right at Garcia. And that's ball 4. We're going to pitch right at Jared Dyson. And that will be hit right at Moustakas to end the inning. Soler rips one down the left field line. That's his first. Oh, he's going for 2. And he gets it. So we get the leadoff double for Alex Gordon. Soler, not going to try stealing with him. Especially not going to try stealing third. We could try a hit and run, but we're not going to do that. And Gordon, well hit ball, but that's going to get caught. Soler going to tag up and go to third, so we're threatening to score a run here. Scheffler Cuthbert takes ball 4. Alcides Escobar. And going to avoid the double play. Thank goodness. And Drew Butera, our number 9 hitter, it's his job to bring him home. And that is going to get down for a run. So our first run of the season, Drew Butera knocks in Jorge Soler. And we have a lead. Enjoy it while we can, because we're probably not going to have a lot of these this season. As Whit Merrifield, I thought that had a chance to get down, but he will strike out, or fly out. Alex Gordon. Look at that defensive, 75 defensive rating. And he's going to get to that ball right there, so pretty good start for Danny Duffy so far. We're going right after Wellington Castillo. And he rips that into the gap. That's going to be extra bases there. Oh, he's going for 3. And he can't get there, so Castillo had the double, goes for third, gets thrown out. As we still have the lead. John Jay, swing away, sir. And that's a single. So 4 hits already. We're making good contact. Mike Moustakis still looking for his first hit. As he will run into a double play. No, he won't. He avoids the double play. Lucas Duda, with all that home run power, he gets one down the right field line. Soler strikes out, can't capitalize on 2 runners on, so 2 on, 2 out for Alex Gordon. And right to the pitcher. I thought he could get it over him, but he cannot. Three strikeouts now for Danny Duffy. And that's 4 scoreless innings. As Cuthbert gets it down. So we're hacking away here at James Shields. He's given up a ton of contact. 6 hits. And we're still in the bottom of the 4th. Escobar can't quite get it out of the infield. Butera has an RBI today, but won't be able to convert there. So 2 outs. Cuthbert, not a threat to steal. We got Whit Merrifield. That's a well-hit ball right up the middle. 2 on, 2 out for John Jay. And that will be an out. Alex Gordon has no trouble getting to that one. Royals still an okay defensive team. Mike Moustakis. Tough luck for him. Lucas Duda, I want to see a home run. Well, he takes ball 4. That's not bad. Jorge Soler. Why would you swing at that? Well, probably because I told him to swing away. I don't want to go the pitch-by-pitch strategy. I feel like that takes way too long, but... Man, Danny Duffy inducing a lot of ground balls, getting some strikeouts. Does give up a hit there. Wellington Castillo has had a good game so far, and that will continue. Alright, so we're going to start warming someone up, just in case. And who am I going to pick? We're going to warm up Willie Peralta. I trust Duffy to get out of this, but got to be prepared. He's going to get an out right here. Good play by John Jay. Alright, 2 outs to Moncada. Full count. And he loads the bases. Peralta's still not ready. We're going to visit the mound. We're going to give him a mound visit. Says he feels good. So we're going to leave him in there. Pitch. And that'll do it. Danny Duffy gets himself out of the jam. That is 6 scoreless innings for him. Still a close ball game as the Royals offense not generating a whole lot, which I'm sure will be the case all year. Yeah, Drew Butera, man, great guy and all, but cannot wait till Salvador Perez is back. That's all I can tell you. That's a high fly ball. Soler is going to track that down, but we're going to see. We're going to sit Peralta for now. We're going to see if Duffy can get out of the 7th. We got Gerard Dyson here. I feel like he can get him. And he does. So, really good start by Danny Duffy. If we can get a couple of those. What's Kelvin? Kelvin Herrera has 30 stamina. Ah, boy. Who? Okay, Boyer has 35 stuff. That's not going to quite do it as a setup man. Maurer, I don't think he's much better. He is not. Tim Hill, maybe? This bullpen is just awful. It's bad. We're going to go with... Ah, man. We're going to warm up Tim Hill. You know, no, we're just going to warm up Kelvin Herrera, and hopefully he can go 2 innings, because anyone else I feel like is going to blow it. So,
strike 3, you're out.
All right, Moustakas.
Strike 3, you're out.
Tough game for Moustakas so far. All right. So we're taking Danny Duffy out. We got Kelvin Herrera in there. We're going aggressive. We're pitching at him. And that's not good. They get a leadoff double. Nope. Nope. They respect Alex Gordon's arm. He'll stay at first. And that is a walk. So my closer looks like he might blow this. So we're going to warm up Willie Peralta.
Strike 3, you're out.
You know, I kind of wanted to use him in the stopper role. He has a chance to get out of this. And it looks like he will. But will he have enough stamina to get through the 9th inning? That's the question. As Duda will ground a tune out there. Jorge Soler.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikeouts. Alex Gordon. We'll take ball 4. Chester Cuthbert. An insurance run sure would be nice. But we're not going to get one. Kelvin Herrera. Peralta's tiring. We're going to sit him. We are going to warm up Tim Hill. He's doesn't have a whole lot of stamina left. And these full count at bats where the hitter ends up getting on base isn't doing him any favors. I'm going to throw it to first, keep him honest. And of course that happened. And that's in there for a base hit. And he's going for home. And Alex Gordon cannot get him. So we are all tied up. And he's out of stamina. So my strategy definitely did not work. So now we just want to get it to extra innings. And the suicide squeeze, we are able to get him. So that's good. And that will do it for the top of the 9th. Can we get a walk-off hit here on opening day? As here's our old friend Joaquin Soria. Escobar's out. Oh, we got it. Oh boy. Who's our other catcher? Cam Gallagher, who's not any better. Oh boy, he's got slightly better contact. No, I would not like to switch him from Mike Moustakas. He's got slightly better contact than Butera. So we got to do it. We got to do it. Now I'd like to put in Almonte or Orlando maybe, but since this might go extra innings, We gotta keep a catcher in there. So Gallagher. We're down to our final out here in our 9th inning, and Whit Merrifield has extra bases. And he stops at second base. Did he hurt himself? He did hurt himself, so what a fantastic game this has been. So we're going to put in Ryan Goins. Of course, he's not fast enough to steal. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to extra bases here. I didn't expect to win, but I wasn't quite expecting the game to go like this. Tim Hill. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Tim Hill. Mike Moustakas. Let's get a walk-off home run here. It's not a home run, but that's a good hit. Lucas Duda. That's in the gap, and that might do it. Moustakas rounding 3rd, and he's in there easily. And the Royals, we get our first win of the season on opening day. Extra innings. A walk-off hit by Mike Moustakas, who was having, or a walk-off hit by Lucas Duda, rather. Mike Moustakas comes in to score. He had a rough game. Let's see. Full house at the Kauffman Stadium. That won't last, of course, but hey. Danny Duffy with a quality start. We're 1-0. Hey, maybe things won't go as poorly as I think they will. Whit Merrifield diagnosis pending. Let's sim through, see if we can get his diagnosis before we cut this video. And diagnosis is still pending. Okay, strained oblique. He's day-to-day, expected to take 2 weeks, so he can still play, but I'm going to take it easy on him. Really don't want him getting hurt. He's one of our biggest trade chips that we have, so, you know, of course we want to keep him healthy. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. We are 1-0 with a 2-1 victory, rather, against the White Sox on opening day. So yeah, join me next time as we try to keep the good times rolling, or we blow it up and try to get some young prospects.